Good morning, guys. Welcome back to Kaiser Games. You've got Chris here for your Saturday morning. Hope you're having a good one. Today we're doing a video because I've got a new Fanatec shifter. So this is the Fanatec V3, I'm pretty sure. Combination H pattern and also sequential. If you guys follow sim racing, then you're likely already fairly aware of what this piece of kit's all about. I got it probably about a week and a half ago, but a lot of GT3 running in that time. If you've been following me on Twitch, you would have seen it. So this is my first real crack at having to go at the H pattern, and I thought I would take a HSV E-Series GTS. This is another mod from the fantastic guys over at asetamods.com. So I figured I'd take this thing for a spin. The last couple of videos that I've done, we were at Eastern Creek because that's where the supercars were based out of. Well, those guys are heading up north. They're going to be at Hidden Valley in the next couple of weeks. So I figured we'd take this beast around Hidden Valley, do a couple of laps in the HSV road car using the H pattern. Might jump into one of the Group C cars as well to have a play with the H pattern, and then we'll switch over to the sequential shifter and we'll take my custom liveried ZB Commodore supercar for a run around Hidden Valley. So let's fire it up and see how we go. Oh, you gotta love that sound. So first gear. Feels nice so far. Oops, skip shift back to second gear there was a little bit much. It over revved. Grab third, fourth, matches up really well with the V2 pedals, gotta say. I drive a manual VF SS in real life, and it feels pretty well spot on. Whoa, understeer, road car, gotta remember it's a road car. Bit of compression locking on the way to the final corner. Alrighty. Tell you what, this mod is fantastic as well. Love a good road going HSV. Let's see if we can get to 6th gear down the straight. Unlikely because we only just grabbed 5th. Well, too much exit space. Had to get off the throttle there. Rely on the ABS a little bit to get us pointed in. I'm campaigning Go Race Promotions at the moment, which is run by my brother Matt, also known as Spectre on YouTube, to do like a production car based race, because I'd love to take this HSV in a race. I don't even care if it's not competitive. I don't care if like the other guys are running McLarens or whatever. I just think it would be cool to do a race in one of these big fellas. The EVF series, they were a chunky boy. Handles quite well though. There's not a lot of suspension travel, which is always a good start. Mark Scaife style, just skip shifting. Patience on the throttle in turn 1. It's a good sounding car too. Now part of this mod has the Walkinshaw and Harrop performance kit versions of the HSV VE GTS, and they sound cool. I've actually driven them before. Haven't driven the standard one. This is my first time, but the other ones are cool. They've got a massive supercharger whine to them. I'll use the throttle to turn the rear of the car. In fact, just for fun, we might grab the Walkinshaw kitted GTS and have a run in it. Just because the supercharger whine is awesome. But overall, the gear stick is amazing. Of course, you wouldn't expect anything less. It's Fanatec quality. And unlike some of the other H patterns that I've used in the past, where it feels like the gates are just a little bit too close together, this one feels spot on. I haven't missed a gear yet because it just feels natural. It feels very similar to the road going car gate. Whereas when I used Logitech stuff, a couple of years ago, I had the G27, I think it was. The H pattern gates just felt like they were that little bit too close together. Alright, so 124.5. Let's run this big boy around to the pits. And yeah, we will. We'll grab the Walkinshaw variant just because of that supercharger whine. Do a couple laps in that. Maybe grab a VC Commodore, or sorry, a VH Commodore. Just for fun. And then we'll jump into the ZB supercar and see how the sequential shifter goes. Funny thing is, my girlfriend sometimes pesters me about driving my car, and I've basically told her that once she can do 5 full laps of Sydney Motorsport Park, Eastern Creek, in this car, the VE Clubsport, the VE GTS, without crashing, using the full manual gearbox, then she can maybe drive my car. But we'll see. Nice. Nicely into the box. Alrighty, so we're back. We've got the red VE GTS with the Walkinshaw package on it. I think this one does about 480 kilowatts from memory compared to the 310 on the standard. So we're going to give this a go with the old H pattern and just see how we get on. Alright, so this one's obviously got a supercharger in it, so clutch in, first gear. There's that supercharger whine. Alrighty. Big liquid strips coming out of pit lane. Fourth gear. Back to second for turn one. So you can already feel the pickup from the supercharger. Significantly different. And the front of the car feels a little bit bitier than the standard HSV. Lift off the throttle just a little bit to plant the car. Patience on the downshift so that we can do a big skip shift. So the front of the car definitely feels a little bit bitier. And then the power down from that supercharger. Immediate power tends to snap the back of the car. You can use the throttle a little bit to steer the car, which is cool. So we did a 124.5 in the standard GTS. Let's see how we go in the Walkinshaw package as we get it a little bit sideways onto the main straight. Now we only just hit fifth gear in the standard one. We're about to pull sixth. Hit the rise hard on the brakes. Oh, we just get it pulled up for turn one. Missed the first apex, but that's all right. We'll just late apex it. On the throttle nice and early. Grab third. Fourth. Little lift of the throttle through the S's. Get it stopped and pointed. Feed the throttle on again. Third gear on the exit. Almost hit the rev limiter. That was pretty good. Come on. Bit of understeer. We'll use the throttle to get the back of the car to rotate. Oops. A little bit untidy off the curbs there. Hard on the brakes again for the final turn. Nice and early on the throttle. This is going to be quick. And it's a 1:16.945. So nearly 10 seconds faster. And that was with missing the first apex into turn one as well. So I'd say it was... Potentially there might have even been a 15 in that. Alright, cool. So we'll run this big boy back to the pits. Go and grab us a VH Group C Commodore. Which will be a bit of a handful with this GT steering wheel, but it is also just a super cool car. And a great way to test out the gearbox. Come on, turn, you big bastard. Alrighty, so here we go. Still a Hidden Valley. And the big fella, the 05 Brock Perkins Marlboro Holden Dealer Team VH Commodore in Group C spec. Big flared guards, big boot splitter. Let's see how this big fella takes on the Hidden Valley racetrack. A raw, untamed Holden 5 litre. Almost lose it just coming out of pit lane. Now, I'm not expecting this big fella to be anywhere near as fast as the Walkinshaw GTS, but I reckon we might just give the standard HSV a run for its money. Leave it in second gear. Not a huge fan of going back to first if I don't need to. Oh, pick up that inside front wheel. Third, fourth, probably won't get any further than that hard on the brakes. Big lock, oh, big slide as well. And we take to the dirt. Oh, they're such a raw race car. I love them. No ABS. No traction control. Just your right foot. And they're just no aero. Haven't gone in obviously and done too much work with the suspension or geometry, so they're a little bit flighty in the rear. Modulate the brake pedal into the last corner. Nice exit that time though. Imagine driving one of these for 1,000 Ks at Bathurst. I'd like to. I'd like to have a go at that. Get the car pulled up that time. Can we keep the rear in line? Yep. Come on, get to the apex, using the throttle just to steer the car. Oh, big. Another brake lock up. Short shift into third. What's the time going to be? A 1:19.4. So yes, She is faster than the road-going GTS, and not far off when you consider it, the Walkinshaw package. I mean, given that the Walkinshaw car's got substantially more horsepower than this one does, and it's supercharged and everything, I probably lost a second and a half or so through the hairpin here where I locked a brake. So the car, it's not bad. Just here, where I just outbroke myself. Let's just have a look at how much time we save. Yeah, I'm actually almost up. So I was nearly 2 seconds down. I'm almost up by going through the hairpin proper. So there you go. VH Group C Commodore. It's no slouch. Back to first gear. Give it a bootful coming off the corner. See if we can get some slide. It just does a nice little four-wheel drift to the exit apex. Oh, scrape the fence on the way into pit lane. All right. Well, let's get this thing switched over to sequential mode, and we'll go and grab a supercar and see what we can do. Stick around. Alrighty, so we're back at Hidden Valley. We haven't left really, but now we've got the number 2 ZB Holden Commodore V8 supercar. We've got the shifter switched over from H pattern to sequential, so first, second, first, neutral, reverse, neutral, and we're ready to go and try and challenge that 1:16.5 that we did in the HSV GDS Walkinshaw package. So we should be able to do it in a supercar, but let's see. Clutch in, first gear, let's rock and roll. Big crab crawl out of the pits, get some heat into those rear tyres. No requirement for the clutch on the upshift. Of course, we've got a spark interrupter in the supercar, which disengages drives to the rear wheels when we pull the gears. Headlights are already on, so we are ready to go for a hot lap and see if we can't undercut the road-going HSV. All right, what's our first lap off the bat? Wasn't real great. A little bit heavy on the right foot, I think. But a 13.59 to kick us off. A little better through there that time. How's our second lap? So a 13.2 for our second lap. So not as good as I have gone in the past with this big beast of a car. My fastest time around here in a supercar is actually a 1:08. So probably some time to be found in getting used to having the sequential shifter instead of the paddles. But overall, the car was pretty good. Haven't done a hell of a lot of supercar running this year. Used to be pretty much the only thing I drove on this game was supercars. But with the Go Race Promotions E-Series kicking off this year, I've done a lot more GT3 running than supercars. So losing a few of those skills, I think. Missed the pit box. That's fine. But anyway, there you go. That's my video testing out my brand new Fanatec V3 shifter in both H pattern and sequential pattern. It's a lot of fun. It feels really nice, especially the there we go. Let's turn the engine off. How's that? Especially the sequential shift is nice and positive. Like there's a lot of not too much resistance, but you definitely know when you pull that gear. So that'll be about it for this video, I think. I'm about to jump into ACC instead and do a little bit of practice for the Octane Online Racing's SimRigs Spa 6 Hour, which is next weekend, next Saturday. Teaming up with my brother Matt, aka Spectre, in the Nissan GTR 1.6 Motorsport Go Race Promotions. We're running car 16, probably self-evident in the name of 1.6 Motorsport. Prior to that, though, we've got the Go Race Promotions Super GT event at Okayama. That's on Thursday. Once again, I'll be behind the wheel of a Nissan GTR, car number 61 for 1.6 Motorsport and Go Race Promotions. So tune into my Twitch channel, which is up there-ish somewhere, to check out all that action on Thursday and Saturday. And then we've got a practice race on ACC at Spa to try and bet in the car a little bit on, I think it's Tuesday night. So I'll be streaming that as well. So, yep, jump up there, check out my Twitch channel. If you enjoyed this video, comment, let me know. Like and subscribe and all that good stuff so that the channel can grow and blossom and become something beautiful. Thanks very much for your time today, guys. I will catch you in the next one. Drive safe.